fruits and berries seem to have come into existence on the planet simultaneously with our being, because we seem to be designed ideally for fruits and berries, our body type, our hands, our length of arm, our inability to run or claw, or our style of teeth, our response of eyes to colour, and so on. We're a forager, and so forth. To some extent, we can even climb trees in a more primitive form. The apes, the monkeys, whatever. Okay. That's what it appears. We also breathe out carbon dioxide, and plants breathe out oxygen. So we seem to be in harmony with plants originally, and in harmony with fruits. We're not similarly in harmony or complement. I think I should have said complement rather than in harmony. Animals complement plants in that one breathes out oxygen and the other one breathes out carbon dioxide. And we in particular seem to benefit from berries and fruits, and berries and fruits seem to benefit from us in that we distribute their seed. We are complementary in some sense to each other's existence. We're not complementary to the cow or to the pig or the sheep. We've got a sort of contrived complementarity in that, for instance, we use sheep's wool to clothe us, and meat to feed us. But don't know about the wool, we don't give them in return we shepherd them. The meat, we actually kill them. That doesn't sound like complementary to me. We sustain the herd's existence, but we seem to be at odds with their welfare. Whereas perhaps in consuming the wool, we actually complement their welfare in that we help to sustain their life in order to have the wool. I don't know if, it's complicated by the fact that we also eat the creature and that doesn't sustain it. Whereas you could say the same with plants. I mean, we destroy plants in order to build houses, and we destroy some plants in order to grow others. When it comes to grain, you see, it's a bit different. We steal the seed. We stop the life of the grain. We help it in the sense that obviously there's far more grain grown on the planet than would be growing naturally because we cultivate it. So grain is in some sense a benefit to us, but we're a bit mixed in our, it's not all good news. We actually consume some of the grain instead of letting it develop into the children of the grain, more more grain plants, wheat and barley and so on. Is this so with berries too, and fruit? No, we don't consume the seed there. We throw the seed away and it plants itself on the ground, and that gives it the opportunity of life. I don't think we pull out old trees until they stop bearing fruit. And we might plant new ones. I'm not sure that trees do just. I think it's only when trees die they stop bearing fruit, isn't it? Well, we do prune trees, don't we? That they may bear more fruit. We actually help in their survival. It might not be appreciated when we cut the branch off a tree, but, you know, a third of the branch to prune it or something. Might just be that we should be eating fruits of trees that don't need pruning and bushes. I don't know about that, do you? But anyway, what I am much clearer on is that with creatures that we actually kill to eat, that benefits us and really doesn't seem to benefit them. We're a bit frightening to them because we kill them in order to have the benefit. We don't kill the fruit tree in order to have its benefit. We don't even stop the seed, in some sense, having a chance of being replanted and distributed. We just consume the fruit, which seems to be there to entice us to spread the seed. Or, you know, the stone fruit, or whatever the seed is inside the fruit. We don't eat the actual seed. Now, is it the case that, and this is really why I embarked on this particular recording, is it the case that the food we eat affects us spiritually on the thoughts we have and our inclinations and intentions, our volition, our motivation, our spirituality in some sense? Is it that I eat fruit, I'm much more aware and alive and spiritual than when I eat flesh, some creature's body? Do I bind myself to something that's not in harmony with me and I become, I mean, you might think this is a bit unfair statement, but dull-witted like the cow, or mindless like the sheep? I mean, from our arrogant view, I know, but, you know, run with it for a moment if you can. If I eat a predator, do I become more like the predator, a bit dangerous and menacing and wily? And if I eat slugs and snails, do I, in some sense, degrade my personality? Eels and scavengers and the pig, indeed. Certainly some of these foods, I say certainly, in some very clear ways, some of these foods are harmful. You know, pig meat is a real problem if it's not cooked properly. Eels might be picking up pollution. Salmon and tuna might be very high in the food chain and picking up pollution that affects our body and our mind and spirit and so forth, you know. I don't know, but I do suspect. Taste and see. Are you better when you're on a fruit diet? Is it a bit like a fast, but fast still giving you all nourishment without all the bad spiritual effects of eating that we think of as common. Heaviness after a meal. You don't feel heavy after a fruit meal. You're still full of life. That's a very obvious and in-your-face fact. You can see that for yourself very simply. Our spirituality, other aspects of spirituality might be rather more hard to see, their relationship to the diet. But I wonder. Fasting is great spiritually, and eating just fruit is great spiritually, I find. Well, I'll do it then. Perhaps not continuously and always. You know, you can be just vegan at times instead of fruitarian. You might cook a little at times. Not sure about that. I'm actually not sure about breaking the principle. We do look as though we're designed for fruit. That may not mean we're designed for only fruit. You know, we're designed to consume food, but it's actually not good for the body to always have food. Certainly short fasts are very beneficial, seem to be, and good spiritually. Eating fruit seems to give some of the benefits of fasting without having to fast. And of course you can do it possibly infinitely longer. I don't know about infinitely longer, but you know what I mean. Watch your diet from a spiritual point of view. You should find great blessing in doing so. Bless you. Thank you, Dad, for this leading. Thank you for making us sensitive to these things. How lovely. Thank you for all your blessings.